Hello guys, it is Erik O'Brien again on the vlog, and for all you bird lovers out there, you might actually really like this video, guys. I'm going to show you my birds, Shaquille O'Neal, which is actually a girl bird, but Shaquille O'Neal is her nickname. Her name is Shanae. And then you got Larry Bird. That is the boy. I thought they were both girls at first, and then they started producing eggs, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how in the heck did this happen? But anyways, whether they have eggs or not, I love them both. They're great birds, and you might learn a lot out of this video if you don't know a lot about birds, or if you know a lot about birds, please watch this video. Subscribe as well, guys. Here we go. So that is Shaq and Larry Bird. Shanae and Larry. Obviously, you see the cage. You know, I got some toys in there, and you always want to give your bird toys. No matter what kind of bird it is, always give them toys. And obviously, I got a little cotobone right there. Those they rub their beaks on, or they scratch their beaks on. As you can see, the scratches on it, and there used to be a pineapple, now it's not. But that one is a cotobone, and that is a something that they use to trim their beaks on. Because if you don't have that, their beaks will grow too long, and that will actually hurt them and potentially kill them. Because of the fact that, you know, they could be eaten, and you see how the beaks are shaped down to their throat, or kind of close to their throat like that, could potentially stab them in the throat. But, you know, I got several toys in there. You always give their bird toys, you always do, and always make sure that they have fresh water and clean food every day. As for food, I would feed them, and, you know, put the food in, you know, and buy me food. Here we go. I have small bird food, you know, just the seeds, just seeds, you know, but it's for parakeets and for other small birds, and it's really good. You know, you keep it in there until they run all out of it. You know, they don't eat the seeds, they eat the stuff inside of the seeds. So they'll leave the shells in the bowl, or they'll dump it out, whatever they want to do, because they like to dump it out. But they will keep the seeds and the shells in there, and once you know that it's ready to change out their food and give them new food, then you always dump out the shells and put in new food. But also, if they poop in the bowl, definitely, doesn't matter whether there's shells in there at all, go ahead and just dump it and give them new food. I don't have too much of a problem of it. As you can see, I have some protectors on them, you know, bird protectors. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. And another thing about cleaning the cage, whenever there's a bunch of piles of poop in there and you see a bunch of feces everywhere, you always clean that out. As you can see, I use newspaper. I use newspaper and stuff like that. I use newspaper. It's the best thing to use to catch the poop, and yeah, it's a pretty good thing. It's easy to clean, you know. As you can see, I got a little slider here. I got a little slider. Slide it out, dump it out, put the new stuff in. But it might not always be that great, because the bottom could start to form big piles of it that harden over the top of the surface of the thing that stops the poop, you know, stops them from getting onto the poop. And I would use this. I would take that bottom out and I would scrub it with this. This is Easy Scrub Off from Petco. It works really well. You take out the red thing in the in here. You go ahead and squeeze it while you're scrubbing. Don't squeeze too much, but then once you squeeze enough of it, you just go ahead and scrub it off, and it works very well. And let me not forget, give your bird treats. I got treats here, and they're healthy treats. They're not treats that'll make them obese or anything. And everything. And as you can see, I have a nest in there for the eggs, and you always let the mother take care of the eggs. Don't put it in an incubator, in my opinion. They will hatch and do up a lot better with just the mother taking care of them. Always put them in a bowl or something like that, and put roll a little bit of paper towel in there to you know, keep them safe, and it'll actually, it's just kind of like a nest, you know, not self-explanatory, whatever. But alright, we'll go to the ladder. Now, I put this in there You know, you don't need to have this. You absolutely don't need to. I don't have it in there right now because, of course, the nest is blocking the way of this being in there. But honestly, this is good to have. You know, I wouldn't recommend, you know, if you don't want it, then you don't have to. Obviously, it's not something you need, but it is a great thing because they like to play on this thing all the time. You know, and it's not even a toy. It's a thing to get them around in the cage, you know. And obviously, I would suggest getting this cage from Petco. It is a great cage from Petco. It was $40, and you can keep 2 birds in it. You know, it's great. It holds up well. It's in very great shape, and I've had it for a long time now, and it's done very well. And the paint's still on it, and it's so easy to maintain and everything. It's a great source to use for birds. I would suggest getting that cage. I mean, you can get any cage, but this one is specifically for parakeets. Doesn't even need to have to be, but I think it's a great cage for parakeets, and it really does well. And as you can see, the yellow one right there, that is actually Larry Bird. He is a boy. I thought he was a girl at the first, and so did the Petco people. He is a rare parakeet, which is yellow and stuff. The green and blue parakeets are not rare. However, this one is a rare parakeet. And then you got the blue one. You know, they're not rare. They're more like you know, just caught in the wild a lot. The yellow ones are rare in the wild, so I got me a rare parakeet and everything. Okay, first of all, I forgot to get my care sheet to show you more things on the care sheet from Petco. Now, all of this on the Petco, unlike yesterday on the beta, this one's actually all true, and I would agree with everything. As you can see, parakeets are obviously called budgeters as well. They're small members of the parrot family, and they become really good mimics. Now you can't do this with 2 parakeets. You can't do it with 2, but if you have 1 parakeet and you just keep 1, you can teach it to talk. Like, you put them on your finger and you go ahead and get, you know, eye level and just say a word, or you know, do those exercises all the time, and they'll learn how to talk to you and mimic you. And also, as you come into the room and out of the room, you say hello and goodbye, and they will do that as well. As you come in the room, they'll say hello, and when you leave the room, they'll say goodbye. And I don't know, I guess that's something that people do as well. And they usually get to 7 inches long, head to tail. That's a pretty good one. Their average lifespan is 10 to 20 years with proper care, and that's the average. So that's pretty good. That's like a snake. That's as long as lifespan as a snake would. And they are herbivores. And as you can see, you know, there's the red flags. I want to repeat all of this. I want to save some videos so I can show you my snake, Damien. Told you I was going to update you on him because he's done digesting his food now. And then there are the common health issues. Common health issues. Okay, and as you can see, you know, the normal behavior is active alertness, and you know, and interact with the family a lot. And honestly, you need to interact with the family some, and you know, get used to other people handling them. And honestly, I will show more training videos in the future on how to train your parakeet to be fine outside the cage. Honestly, once I film these and show you guys, take the parakeets out, hold them on your finger, teach them some things. You can teach them cool tricks, you can teach them so many stuff. I got so much more videos I can show you on parakeets as well. Not only just betas and snakes and hermit crabs and everything else. I have a dog, but all of that, obviously, I got a ton of parakeet videos to show you. Same with snakes, all of them. It's going to be great. That's just about all I have on parakeets. They're really simple to take care of. They're kind of like a fish, like a beta. I mean, obviously they're not swimming around in the water, but honestly, they're pretty, you know, easy to take care of. Just like a dog. Dogs are pretty self-explanatory, but I will do one about a dog in the future, just in case you want to know. And anyways, let's get on to see Damien. Now, I named him, yes, I did name him after Jake the Snake Robert in WWE. I named him after Jake the Snake's snake that he always came out in the ring to. Yes, I like WWE, don't make fun. But, he's a really good, he's a motley corn snake. He has a great paint color, and I told you that I was gonna at least show you him. I'm not gonna do a full care video on corn snakes today. I'm just gonna show you him, and because tomorrow is his birthday, and tomorrow I'm gonna do a full thing on him, not on care, but just to celebrate his birthday. And here he is.